me restart this entire thing. I hope you didn't click off. Welcome to the Instantly Show, the daily show on AI go to market. And this strategy is driving a real revenue growth. And the reason why I'm making a pause at the revenue is because we're having a very interesting guest today, Milana Pitkovich. She's a go-to-market engineer who does the opposite of what everybody else do in the outbound. She sends fewer emails than anyone on her team and gets more replies than anyone on her team. We are obviously fans of discussing the infrastructure here and how to send like millions of emails at scale. But she's taking the opposite approach. So would want to discuss that. And also the very important news right now, you can get the free done for you domains from Instantly for free. This is a very limited time offer right now. Please go to the instantly.ai, ideally guys, after the show, but if you really need it, you can do it right now because obviously it's limited. So, and get it for free and get your campaigns up and running very, very fast. Whatnot just raised $545 million at a $20 billion valuation. This is the biggest funding round ever in a live shopping. And 10 months ago, the same company was worth $11.5 billion, which is 2x increase, 10 billion in what, like in a year? That's crazy. And obviously, if you don't know what they do, this is an app where sellers run live video auctions, sport cards, sneakers, clothes, comics, even food. People watch and bid it real time. So it's like auctions, but like TikTok style auctions, I would say. Sometimes the auctions go as fast as 5 seconds. The company started in 2019, authenticating Funko Pops. Then COVID hit and they moved to the live auctions. Last year, they did over $8 billion in sales, double the year before, and they crossed 1 billion orders this summer. Crazy. I've never used it myself. I've been hearing some positives from some of the people that I've been communicating with who are buying something from there. Now, a quick lineup, guys. Here we are having the news right now. This is what I'm going with. A few more minutes, gonna discuss some interesting topics. Then Milana is gonna connect and give us a walkthrough of a few lessons, campaigns, and strategies she's using on a daily basis so that you can implement it in your campaigns. We're gonna go for a few questions and then go into roll this up. Now, this is you when Claude is trying to rewrite the code that is already working. And this is especially funny considering the drop that Claude Code did recently that we're going to discuss in a few minutes. The Cloudflare launched a web browser built for AI agents. It's called Kitesurf. Chrome is built for human eyes, tabs, themes, extensions, animations, perfect fonts. All of that burns CPU and memory. An AI agent doesn't need any of that. It needs just the text on the page, sometimes a screenshot, and it needs to be cheap because you're running thousands of agents at the same time, ideally. So Cloudflare stripped the browser down to only the part an AI agent actually uses. Then they say it uses 3 to 7 times less CPU and the memory than Chromium, which is what Chrome runs on top of. Again, super cool. Would be down to test it out, like browser for AI agents, the way it's gonna work. I mean, especially from a big company like Cloudflare. That is, this is what we've been, for example, in our company facing a lot when you're launching the agents either in the scraping or the done for you that are doing certain actions within the browser. You sometimes face the CAPTCHA from Cloudflare. There are some workarounds, but like not any good ones. So now how does that gonna work? I don't know. So because the Cloudflare is is I guess the biggest publisher of the captcha. I'm not sure how to even say that, but like you usually see the captcha from Cloudflare. Usually, I don't know. Google this images. Anyways, um, just very very interesting. And this is what I talked about. Starting August 14th, Anthropic is making auto mode the default in Claude Code for Pro, Max, and Team users. Right now, when you're in the Claude Code, what is the number one thing that we hate? Is clicking accept when basically it asks to approve you a certain action. You see there clicking yes all day. Auto mode kills that. A separate classifier checks every command before it runs, blocks the dangerous one, and lets the safe ones go on their own. Uh, I mean, I've been dreaming about that. And look, of course, there is a concern about like, yo, now you're giving Anthropic and the Claude Code an entire access to all of your data. So now it can do some weird things without even asking for your approval, even though Anthropic is saying that it's going to run a separate classifier checks. Look, in reality, 99.9% of the actions that I do within Claude when it comes to approval is just clicking yes, right? We most of us don't read code. Most of us don't read what it's actually, saying there. If it's not a direct question, when it's expecting an answer. So I guess as an option when you're not working on the sensitive info, very very cool. Anthropic and OpenAI. So Anthropic, OpenAI, and Apple just throwing bombs with lawsuits and some action, some fire on X and just generally. So there is a small war going between OpenAI and Anthropic right now on X. It started when Tiba from OpenAI, the guy who runs Codex, posted a setup for running OpenAI model inside Claude Code. A user followed it and said Anthropic suspended his account right after. Tiba replied, quote, "It does seem odd that they would ban your account for using their harness with another model." And I love the reply from Boris Cherny. We are hiring if you would like to work at Anthropic right now. So, which is, yeah, funny. And he says we don't ban people for using harness with other models. Almost certainly it was different account classified than triggered. Tipa answered by resetting usage limits for every paid codex and ChatGPT work user. And obviously Sam Altman replied that he's happy to have Tiba on board. I mean, usage been reset. So for every one of you who's using Codex, I guess it's the good news, right? Big guys are fighting, and we are winning from that. United Airlines says consultants are now booking themselves onto Starlink flights on purpose just so that they can work on the way to and from client sites. United says their Wi-Fi satisfaction scores on Starlink planes are more than double the rest of the fleet. Their quote is, "On a Starlink flight, we often see a round-trip time in the 20 to 40 milliseconds range. The older satellites you'd route to see 2000 milliseconds. It's literally hundreds time faster." And a few days ago, SpaceX Q2 earnings call said an airline told them customers are booking shorter connecting flights instead of flying direct just to make sure they are on plane with Starlink. I guess it's a win for the Starlink. So that's great. We are going to be having Milana joining us very, very soon. I do want to drop, guys, the last piece of news. XAI dropped image gen 2.0, and it's live right now on grok.com. The pitches images you can actually use for work. It plans the typography and the layout the way a designer would. So small text come out sharp and dense, visual hold together. There is a magic wand that edits only the spots you point at and leaves everything else alone. Background removal that exports with a transparent background, and a few more features. Haven't tested it personally yet. It was literally dropped 2 days ago. Comparing it with the ChatGPT image 2.0, with the Nana Banana, and the different use cases, would probably drop some sauce to you guys very, very soon. Now, I am going to be joined by Milana Petkovic. She's a go-to-market engineer, and she started out as an economist, which is exactly why she runs the outbound the way she does. She sends fewer emails than anyone on her team, as I already said, and gets more replies than anyone on her team, which is very interesting. Now, she is also going to be showing you how she picks a target, how she builds an offer people can say no to, and why sending more emails is always never the fix, which is interesting because this is what we've been discussing with some people on the show. So would love to know her take. And she's opening some real campaigns on the screen so you can check it out. Milana, welcome to the show. Can you hear us? Can you see us?
Thank you for this warm introduction.
Yeah,
Okay.
all good, all good. We can hear you. Look, I do have a few questions before we go into the tutorial. Now, a lot of people say that the outbound is the numbers game, right? It's like just to send more. You have a different approach. I know that it all depends on the client, but would love to know, like, what's the thinking behind it? Why are you concerned about the quality first and then the quantity?
Yes, thank you. So in the last 13 years, I have been helping businesses generate more qualified opportunities. And it usually comes to a problem like I want to send more emails. So
Yeah.
I usually think about better. So when it comes to this, it's a mind game and not definitely not a numbers game. Because you definitely need to not to send 100,000 emails to be able to generate qualified opportunities. You need to think better. So in this case, you need to start with your offer to know your offer the best, and then to look after that ICP in this case. So when it comes to the offer specifically, the offer needs to target your ICP in the perfect way, matching. So, for example, free audit, free like a pilot, like a
Mm-hmm.
free setup. So really easy to say yes, and like a no-brainer, like low barrier acceptance. So instead of showing some examples, let me just like explain in a real time. So for example, I had a recent question from one follower, like how can you help me create a copy? That follower is in IT industry,
Mm-hmm.
so specifically development, website development, IT security. This is not an industry that is really like easy to sell, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So how to approach? So for example, this prospect has really a high value. It really has a good knowledge, but let me check the targeting. So for example, we are going to aim for chief technology officer that is, for example, recently hired. That person is recently hired to specific system, and it's really challenging for that person to get to know all the steps in the process at the very beginning. So I'm going to target that person, for example, with this copy. Okay, for example, hi Milana, I saw that you recently stepped in that new, for example, a role.
Yeah.
I prepared the free pilot, for example, or a free audit of your system to basically show you how this can be bridged or something like that in this.
Interesting. Interesting. I do have a follow up, but we have a question very quickly. Guys, everyone who is watching live, right now there is a campaign going on at Instantly where you can get the free done for you domains. To learn more, please log into your account and you will see all the details there, or you can just ask someone in the chat at the bottom right and you will be there. Now, also, when you are watching this, Milana is going to be answering questions and showing us the screen. If you have any
Yeah.
questions, please post it down in the comments, and we're going to have a small Q&A section where I'm going to and she's gonna answer everything. Now, Milana, so you were mentioning the lead magnets, and would want
Mhm.
to know, because it's so obvious, that when you give the value for free, you're more likely to get a reply. And
Mhm.
I know that what businesses are thinking is, because everyone is doing that, the other party make it so it makes it look not as valuable. Do you find that throughout the years, the this free work, free something, tend to work not as good as it was before?
No.
And this is
uh,
interesting. I know the answer, so would love to know, why do you think so?
because this offer, I totally agree. Yes, it's free, but it's totally tailored to the specific ICP. So I'm targeting the situation. I'm not giving you because I want to give that. I
Mm-hmm.
want to target you as a perfect situation because I know what you have been going through or which challenges are you facing currently. So this is totally different from like blindly targeting like massively with the same offer all over the place. So in this case, it's a great difference because if you definitely know your ICP like perfectly, this is like just one of the examples, of course, but like targeting situation, I already wrote about this on my profile. That's definitely the best scenario, but again, connected with something free, of course, but it's totally dedicated to their specific situation.
Yeah. I've read on some of your posts that you're saying that the follow-ups are dead, and would love to know, are you even following up with the leads through the cold email, and if yes, then how?
um yeah, those are dead, but for example, you need to pay close attention to delays. That's the first thing between
Hmm.
emails. So I'm not going to follow up with you after one day. So I will be directly going to spam, I think, if I'm going to do that. But definitely follow-ups are good, but no more than one or two. So my overall sequence has two or three steps tops. So this is like something that I want to end with, and rather be retargeting those prospects after 3 months than totally killing them right at the beginning.
Hmm.
So, for example, I'm going to retarget you after three months, maybe with a even better offer. But in this case, I'm going to stop after the second or third email. Definitely.
Interesting. Do you believe in AI SDRs? I mean, look, of course, like generally speaking, like in instantly, we're doing AI SDRs, but would love to know your
I
thoughts.
won a competition in March
You
when
what?
it comes to, yes, I won a competition running SDR agents in March, like a couple of months ago
Okay,
in
so you're
Instantly.
the perfect person then to ask.
I'm going to blush now. No.
Uh, if
I
the
believe,
AI,
but you need to ask me, uh, like what exactly when it comes to SDR agents. So I believe in controlled personalization, and I believe, for example, I'm testing like both paths. So, for example, I'm having SDR that is like based totally on their website, but also if someone of the like these listeners don't have website, it's totally fine because I can prompt it manually. So we definitely have like solutions in this case for both of cases in this case. So it's really SDRs are like something that I would like to call always like an add-on testing, another testing pool. Maybe it can show something that I don't see. For example, like leaving it like totally besides me to run tests on autopilot,
Hmm.
and maybe I can figure out something that I don't see. Maybe. So this is something that I always love to run.
Great. Guys, everyone who is watching us live, please do not click this off. We are going to be back with you in literally 20 seconds. And we
Mhm.
are back, guys. Sorry for the delay. Now, Milana is going to show us her walkthrough, I promise, but I do want to ask her a few more questions. So, Milana, do you believe that there is a place for outbound agencies in 2027, in 2028? Because you are the girl who is, concurring the AI SDRs, right? So my thinking is that they're going to be good enough to write a really good copy, to find really good leads, and to structure up the campaigns. So
Mhm.
where is the lever? Like, where are humans still needed then?
I always love to say that everything starts with a human and needs to end with a human. So that's why I'm telling that I love controlled personalization, because I have been using all the possible tools like on the market in the last 10 years, like starting on Absumo deal, for example, and moving like from there. So in this case, I didn't, for example, find the perfect database so far that has only those kind of leads and nothing else. Starting from there. So for example, when we are talking about agents, I'm training those agents, for example, using Claude, everything, but you need to control it all the time. So I definitely don't think that these systems are going to, if I can say, switch us.
But
Like,
control how? When you're saying like control, like how exactly? Is it like improving the copy that it generates or how?
In this case, prompting, when we are talking about SDR agent, like currently, you can control it by improving the prompts constantly. And we are also having features like improvement suggestions inside of SDR agents. Like you can add this or fill in this or add more examples or case studies or something similar to that. So you need constantly to improve prompts. You need to basically control it, to monitor it. So I really don't see any system that can run on autopilot currently. We are offering a lot of those agents now, so definitely, again, an add-on, another testing pool. But SDR, like GTM engineer, must think. So I'm here to think and to decide and to make decisions and basically prompt the agent to do that.
Can we say that someone needs to be responsible for the result, and it's just hard to get machine to be responsible? So you need to have someone to yell at night if you don't make money. So you better yell at Milana instead of just this stupid bot, right?
You can try. I'm just kidding.
Okay. Great. Look, can you start sharing the screen? And I'm just gonna make sure that people can see it.
um, Let me just show you one example, just to pull the data. Sorry.
Yep. People who are watching us live, we're streaming on LinkedIn, X, and YouTube. By the way, I'm not sure if we're streaming on Facebook, guys. If you see us on Facebook, please let us in the comments because we connected this the another channel. Also, we're planning to start doing this on the Apple podcast and Spotify with the audio versions for those who are driving and don't want to open like a YouTube, I guess. So stay tuned to that. Okay.
Okay. Okay, let me share.
Yep, sure.
So
And
this is one of the, for example,
okay, give me a
examples that.
second. Give me a second. I see the screen, I think. Okay, so I do. While it is loading, yeah, you can explain what you're going to be showing.
So in this case, another targeting, like situation targeting. So I on purpose, like, we don't track open rates and click rates, of course. So any links, we don't have any links. So click rate is something that is definitely not um, uh, needed. So in this case, reply rate is 3%, but we had a lot higher reply rate across campaigns. So we generated almost 170 opportunities in this case. This is financial industry. So targeting finance decision makers with a specific offer that is totally related to them. So in this case, um, we are offering them a solution to find even better properties. So audience is again totally tailored, totally specific, and again offer is again specific and totally tailored to the ICP.
Would you say that for this, for example, campaign, the actual leverage is in a good offer, in the perfect targeting, which is the lead list, or just having an infrastructure deliverability for you to land to the inbox, which is basically a the question around what is more important, what you feel like, is it the offer, infrastructure, or the lead list?
Um, in this case, I can stop
Yeah,
sharing.
yeah, sure.
With you. In this case, I must like touch base on the infrastructure. That is totally separate subject, but this is something that I always emphasize the most at the beginning. So if client doesn't have this like in place, I can definitely not guarantee any results. That's the first thing. As a second thing, Instantly has a really good offer when it comes to that as well. Now, free domains. So, like, make sure that you have properly set up every specific setting, like SPF. Everything must be set up. Domain forwarding, everything, and also sending volume. So, if this is on place, we can do the outreach properly. So
Wait,
I
sending
don't.
volume, but you're the advocate for the
No, no,
accuracy
no.
over volume. I
I'm
caught you.
talking
I
about.
caught you here.
Uh, I'm talking about like proper volume. So, for example, 30 emails per mailbox a day, depending on, of course, the resource in this case. But yeah, so like based on the ICP, everything is super connected. So based on the your ICP, where your ICP is basically from, enterprise level, local companies, everything matters. So if you are targeting, for example, enterprise, you're going to have Microsoft in your pool. But if you're targeting local businesses, there's no need to have Microsoft inboxes, for example. So you need to have Google, like, for example, cheap inboxes, everything related to that. So audience probably know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
So
of course.
in this case, proper package like sending infrastructure is the most important thing, and then after that we can do outreach, like perfectly, if I can say, like target the perfect ICP with the best offer possible. So a lot of things, clients like come to us and say everything is healthy, um, we have everything in place, we don't need mailboxes from instantly, and that's totally fine. And we ran tests, like, and it's not fine. So in this case, you must make sure that you definitely have this in place
Yeah.
before starting anything.
Do you ever turn clients down because they have a bad offer that is not suitable for the cold outreach?
No.
Ah,
I
okay, I was
usually
not expecting that. I was like expecting, okay, because I do have a follow up question of like, how do you even understand which offer
Mhm.
is going to work with a cold email?
I had a recent situation with a client where, like, nothing worked. So like a client was with us, I think, almost 2 months, and nothing basically worked. So the offer, I don't know, it was related to AI agents basically.
Mhm.
So it's harder to sell, because everyone, like, when you receive an email like that is included like AI,
AI
you're going to
agents like
just
straight to spam, like click
yeah,
off right
yes,
away, scam.
yes,
Yeah, yeah.
off, yes. And in this case, I work internally with the team, and specifically Aaron helped me, and we switched totally the offer, totally, like, the direction, everything. And this client couldn't keep up with opportunities. So in 1 week, I think we generated more than 100 opportunities. So in this case, this is something that is like really unbelievable. But
It is. Yeah.
you must approach the problem totally, like, unaware of yourself, if I can say like that. So totally, like, above everything, and to look, but it's really hard, like extremely hard sometimes, and to look above everything, like, what's the way, another way to approach those audiences, and that audience can be like part of our system, like, eventually. So it was totally soft selling, not like free something. So offer was related and connected to feature to be featured on our website. So totally soft sell. So all companies were interested right away. So something that is really interesting to share as well.
Do you feel that you are more of a growth partner rather than the go to market engineering agency? Because what you have just said, literally reconstructing the offer,
Mhm.
this is usually not what, cold outbound agencies do. Now, this is back to the question of AI SDRs and the leverage that, people have over AI.
So we usually call ourselves revenue partner.
Hmm.
So because I'm not strictly, for example, focused only on, yes, I'm doing email outreach, but in the past I was also doing a lot more. So in these cases, I'm always allowed to suggest anything that I know in advance that's going to work. So is it going to be cold calling? Is it going to be like building Calendly flow, funnel, also LinkedIn outreach, like including that? Instantly has really good integrations, like native integrations related to LinkedIn as well. So I always suggest everything possible. So if something is not totally for email outreach. It's not excluded. Like at the beginning, I just say, okay, you need to include cold calling after this. So they must be aware of every possible situation and challenge down the road.
Milana, look, that was a great one. So let people know where they can connect with you.
LinkedIn, definitely. LinkedIn, I'm really active on LinkedIn. So posting, I think, I don't know. I'm trying to post even more, like, but
Yeah, I've been saying like once a day or whatever. You're crushing it.
yes, every second day I'm trying to be now, but maybe it's going to be even every day. But we will see. We will get there.
Great.
And of course, something that will be really valuable, feedback, always feedback, because maybe sometimes I'm not aware of every edge situation that is like possible or a challenge on the market. So you can freely ask me anything you like on LinkedIn, and I will be really happy to respond.
Awesome. Look, I appreciate you coming in the show. See you soon.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. See
Yeah.
you. Bye.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers.
Awesome, guys. So that was Milana. Very interesting, right? Like hands-on experience of running the campaign, showing the results, right? I hope you liked it, trying to get the different guests. Now, we were supposed to have two guests today, actually. So apologies for the delay. Again, don't forget, instantly running the campaign right now. So free domains for you. Check out your account. And we'll see you guys tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Time live. Have a good one. Peace.